Having just covered an arcade archive, that being King of Fighters 98, I have yet 2 more in the series to cover within this week. If you have not read the title, then today, I'm going to be doing Versus Super Mario Bros., the only way to currently play Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Switch. You know, the game that helped re-jump the gaming market in the West. It's weird that it's been a year since the Nintendo Switch has released, and we don't have any type of virtual console service to play retro games. So I imagine Hamster was like, yeah, we could totally bank on this, so they got the rights to port over several classic Nintendo arcade games. Having surely some type of 2D Mario on the Switch is sure to sell. So Super Mario Bros. Versus, it's an arcade version of the original Super Mario Bros. That's not only meant to drive people to buy an NES, but also to eat up many quarters in the arcade. It was a genius idea when you think about it. What would be the best way to sell your console in a dying market? Why not port your top rated game to the only source of income that games are getting nowadays in the West? The arcade. Because not only are you selling copies and new systems, you're also making bank from the arcade machines, selling them to arcade owners. It really was a win-win situation for Nintendo. For the 2 people in the comments section who's never heard of Super Mario Bros., the game follows the Mario Brothers, Mario and Luigi, and yes, if they're called the Mario Brothers, that means their last names must be Mario, so it's the adventures of Mario and Luigi Mario. The brothers must travel through 8 worlds in order to rescue Princess Toadstool, yeah, I'm gonna be that guy, and try to stop the evil King Koopa on the way. The game is a 2D platformer where your goal is simply to get to the end of the flagpole at every level. There's a wide variety of enemies including Goombas, Koopas, Paratroopers, and Bowl of Bills. 4 levels per world ending off with a battle with the Koopa King. But the game teaches you everything within the first 2 minutes of playing, and not with one thing of text. I think that's why Super Mario Bros. Was so successful at the time. It truly was a pick up and play game that nobody heard at the time. However, to any of you modern Mario fans that have not played the first game in the series, first of all, what's wrong with you? Second, prepare for controls that are suffering from what I call first game syndrome. They're not bad, but prepare for button presses not to register when you're near a ledge, and turning around and doing quick jumps is going to be kind of tricky. A little bit tanky, if anything. Now this just ain't a port of Super Mario Bros. Just like many Nintendo ports, there are changes that stick out from the original Super Mario Bros. Even before the days of deluxe editions and definitive editions, they really wanted to make the arcade version stick out from the original, and if anything, they did it just to make the game harder. Many changes have been made to the core game, and while I'm not going to list every single change, here are just a few examples. An easy one is the change to certain item locations. For example, the 1-up shroom in 1-2 has been replaced by a standard mushroom, and certain warp zones like the warp to World 8 was completely removed. There even exists 6 new levels that were not in the original Super Mario Bros. These changes, in my opinion, made Super Mario Bros. Versus the second hardest 2D Mario game in the franchise, just behind Lost Levels. Well, when you combine not only the original game, which did get a little bit challenging at World 7, but added additions and changes to the Versus, and finally you got World 6. I don't know what they did to World 6 and Versus Super Mario Bros. But not only did they completely scrap the world entirely, they replaced every single level with levels that you would find in Super Mario Bros. For Lost Levels. Like, here's a sped up version of all the pre-recorded footage I did in World 6. That was a terrible experience. Prepare to sit down and have a fun, challenging time. And I mean a challenging time. Of course, this being an arcade archive by Hamster, just like King of Fighters, you have save states and manual, which fun fact, when the game was first released, it had to be patched in December because somebody confused Bowser for Peach. Wish they didn't change it, because I wish that would have just stayed canon as a little joke. Can you imagine Peach kidnapping Bowser? So for $8, you're getting a pretty solid arcade game. If you're decent at Super Mario Bros., you'll probably clear it in 3 hours, but with the changes, especially the changes to World 6, it might take you up to 4 hours for new players. Hamster has mainly ported over Neo Geo related games to the Switch, but with getting the license to port over Mario Bros. And Excitebike, I welcome all these classic Nintendo arcade games I never got to play. Even gives me more of a reason to build that Switch arcade cabinet one day. Now only if Nintendo could also hop on and do the virtual console. Still waiting for those GameCube games. I swear they're gonna happen one day. I hope. Well guys, don't forget to subscribe as it really helps me out. Check out my Patreon down below if you really want to support me. And if you want more content from me faster, check out my Let's Play channel. For future updates and social media posts, check either my Twitter page or Facebook page. Without all out of the way, I am Cybershroom, and I hope you have a good one.